Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and we're back with another Overwatch lore video. Today's video is all about Bastion. Why Bastion? Well, with the recent announcement of a new Bastion short coming, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about Bastion's lore and explain a bit about its backstory. Bastion Unit Echo 54, or E54, began life as a frontline sentry unit, helping to defend the borders and frontier posts as well as on peacekeeping duties. All that changed when the world saw the might of a robotic uprising that would later be known as the Omnic Crisis. Bastion units such as E54 were already in widespread use, and since they were so numerous, many of them were easily converted onto the side of the Omnics. Over time, they began to form the bulk of the Omnics' frontline presence. So much so that even to this day, the image of a Bastion unit still strikes fear into the hearts of many, and is the quintessential symbol of the destruction wrought by Omnics upon the human race. But then, the human race fought back. Through grit, determination, and the defining actions of members of the newly formed Overwatch, the humans pushed back against the Omnics. Focusing on their command and control networks, they managed to bring down the strategic command and networking abilities of the bulk of the Omnic forces, and this included the numerous Bastion units. After all, it was better to put hundreds of Bastion units out of action in one strike than to fight them all head-on. As the war ended, all the Bastion units that were not destroyed in combat were collected and disassembled. As they could be so easily turned, the human race could not risk relying on them for protection anymore. So, all were recycled. All except for one. Bastion Unit E54 was left behind. Disconnected from its central command, it was left without instruction and simply powered down and forgotten. For over a decade, E54 lay dormant. Nature took its course, growing over its limbs and chassis and reclaiming it. But one day, for some unexplained reason, the unit awoke. To its surprise, it had almost fused with its environment. Small birds had begun nesting on its body, and it was almost completely unaware of how much time had passed. But dormancy had taken its toll and damaged the internal systems of the robot. Its core programming was intact. It knew how to fight and protect itself, but it had little understanding of the world, or indeed its original purpose. This is the part where we need to understand the true nature of Omnics in the world of Overwatch. Omnics are not simply artificially intelligent robots. They are learning machines with a semblance of sentience. They are capable of learning about the world around them through a combination of sensory perception and calculated logic, much like human beings. As such, while Bastion may remember how to use its formidable array of weapons, it had forgotten what friend or foe meant, and as such had to relearn all of this. With its first contact with living beings, since waking up being birds and small animals, it's understandable that it would not perceive them as threats, but that would change when it encounters humans. Humans were not prepared to see a Bastion unit again. After all, the last time they were seen, they were rampaging through the streets during the Omnic Crisis. So, suffice to say, the reactions from people seeing a Bastion unit again would not have been particularly friendly. Unfortunately, such hostile action would have prompted an equally hostile reaction, since it detected humans as a threat. This led Bastion's core programming to take over, which meant deploying weapons and eliminating any and all threats. The last of its kind, Bastion retreated to the wilds, away from humanity, left lost, without purpose, and wary of a humanity that despised its very existence. And so there it remained, Bastion Unit Echo 54. The Last Bastion. But that about wraps it up there. I've no doubt that the animated short that's soon to come will definitely shed more light on Bastion's backstory, but I thought I'd share the parts we already have written down and expand a little more on it myself. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Is Bastion really good or evil? What woke up Bastion to begin with? And what are you hoping to see in the animated short? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name is Panzer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.